British journalist Milo is known for controversial comments and being an outspoken, openly gay Donald Trump supporter. Our very own Greta Wall caught up with Milo to talk about his support of Trump and why he believes Donald Trump can do the most good for the gay community than any other president in history.
And you've been criticized for what some are calling, conservative rants and such on Twitter or on blogs and stuff like that. What do you say to people that can criticize you for your being conservative?
Criticizing me for being conservative, well, they're entitled to be wrong. I don't mind, I don't mind anyone for being wrong. Look, I'm only an oddity as a gay conservative if you've internalized the nonsense of the political left. If you believe that gay people have to believe a certain way, women have to vote a certain way, blacks have to vote a certain way. If you've bought into this stuff, then sure, you're going to find me weird and you're going to find the idea of gay conservatives strange. But all I can tell you is the Gays for Trump party I'm hosting tonight sold out within 24 hours. It is the hottest ticket at the convention. It is the most difficult thing to get tickets for this now, and it just goes to show actually that there is a gigantic groundswell of support for Trump among in places you wouldn't expect, among people who don't necessarily tell the truth to pollsters, and this is the one thing I've picked up going around this convention, whether it is old people, blacks, women, gays, you name it, there is a huge kind of growing groundswell of support for people who are just sick of the excesses of the left, and they're all voting for Trump.
Okay, so you say gay conservative voting for Trump. Trump has openly said that Hillary Clinton is the worst thing for the gay community. Do you agree with his sentiment in that way?
I absolutely agree with him. Trump is the most pro-gay candidate possibly in American electoral history. He's definitely the most pro-gay candidate the Republicans have ever fielded. Hillary Clinton mollycoddles and sucks up to Islam. She is funded by regimes that execute gay people. She's also shown absolutely no indication that she's going to halt the tide of Islamic immigration or to be honest about the threat to gay people that Islam represents, and not just radical Islam, but Islam generally. She showed absolutely no leadership, no defense whatsoever of gay people after Orlando. I think he's totally justified.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little more about your Gays for Trump party that's happening tonight?
Yes, it is called, well, I wanted to call it Shoot Back, but everyone said that was too aggressive, so we're calling it Wake Up. It is going to be close by, about 25 minutes away. Huge media presence is going to be there, and basically we're just getting together to talk about, Pam Geller is going to co-host with me, so she's talking about Islam and gays. I'll be talking about why gays might like Trump and what Trump represents in terms of freedom of speech, pushing the limits of what can be thought and said, that dissident, mischievous spirit that we love in Trump. Well, gay people, are famous for that. That's what we do best, so it's very easy to understand why gay people might like him. So yeah, it's going to be a good party. Probably the best party of the week, I hope so.
What's your message to the gay community on why they should be supporting Donald Trump over a Democratic candidate?
Well, the Gays for Hillary movement mystified me for a while until I realized that all it really demonstrates is that gays can be just as dumb as everyone else. I don't understand why they would support a candidate who does not have their best interests at heart at all. And in fact, the Democrats have been telling minorities they'll look after them and then doing nothing for a very long time. For instance, with blacks, every Democrat-run city that has a large black community is a mess. Obama has done nothing. Race relations in America are a mess. I think it's time for minorities to try something different. And gays should wake up, realize that they are natural libertarians, and some of them even maybe natural conservatives. My friend Ann Coulter says they're natural Republicans. I think they're probably natural libertarians. Either way, there's no reason why gays would be feminists, why gays would vote for Democrats. It just doesn't make any sense. And once you put feelings aside and stop believing in what they tell you you're supposed to vote and start thinking about what actually suits you and serves your best interests, most gay people find themselves voting for whoever the libertarian candidate is. And in this election, the champion of libertarians is Donald Trump.
So, in your personal opinion, what would a vote for Donald Trump specifically do for the gay community in America?
Gays don't want to be pandered to and mollycoddled anymore. We don't want these empty words from Democrats, these rainbow flag Twitter avatars. It's pointless, pandering, meaningless nonsense. What we want to know is that we're safe. What we want to know is that the president, is going to do something to make people physically safer. The only person who came out and gave a speech that suggested that after Orlando was Donald Trump. And that speech actually was the best speech he's ever given. It was pretty magnificent. It was a really great speech of the kind that, even as a fan, I wasn't sure he was capable of. It was a really terrific speech. And if he delivers on 25% of that, he will have done more for gays than any president in history.
So following Orlando, do you think that that attack and all that pushed you further onto Trump and further into supporting him?
I don't know if I could have been any further, but it's certainly reaffirmed how right I was about everything. Yeah, for sure. I went down to Orlando after it happened, and just I went down to Ground Zero outside the Pulse nightclub, and I gave a talk, about how liberals are really not looking after you. They're not serving your interests. This is to watch liberal media pander to and mollycoddle gays, and to watch the liberal media say, oh, peace, love, and understanding is going to fix everything. Sally Cohn at CNN, maybe the dumbest woman in America, saying, oh, let's just all love each other, and Christians are just as bad as Muslims. This is insanity and illogic to the level of just blew my mind. So, I just want gay people to wake up, realize that actually the way to protect themselves is learn how to use a gun, carry if you can, and vote for a president who is not going to let vast numbers of people in from a religion that wants you dead.
So I'd say it's safe to say you're voting Trump in November, right?
I'm not voting because I'm not a citizen here.
Oh,
so no. I won't be at all. But if I was voting here, I would be a delegate. I would be doing everything I can.
Okay, thanks so much, Milo.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.